veteran Russian strategist, once an advisor to both Vladimir Putin and Boris Yeltsin, stepped into the spotlight with a chilling warning. Speaking calmly but unapologetically, Sergei Karaganov suggested that if Russia were ever pushed to the brink of defeat in its war with Ukraine, nuclear weapons would not be off the table, and Europe, he claimed, would face physical annihilation. To him, the very idea of Russia losing was a fantasy born from what he described as the intellectual weakness of European leadership. Leaders, he said, now provoke ridicule on the world stage rather than respect. From his position as head of the Council for Foreign and Defense Policy, a body closely aligned with the Kremlin, Karaganov dismissed Western confidence as delusion. Europe, once a center of global power, had in his telling become fractured and unserious, though he allowed that some decent and smart Europeans still existed. He argued that Moscow had shown too much patience, warning that continued European support for Ukraine would eventually demand punishment, ideally limited, but severe enough to force compliance. These remarks surfaced amid rising geopolitical strain. In Washington, President Trump accused Ukraine's leadership of slowing peace talks, insisting Russia was ready to deal. At the same time, tensions within NATO deepened as Trump renewed claims over Greenland, alarming European allies and prompting resistance even within his own party. Against this backdrop, Karaganov's words echoed earlier threats he had made, including past calls for nuclear strikes to bring reason to nations he said had forgotten the reality of war. Europe, he warned, believed conflict could never reach its soil, and Russia's task, he said, was to remind it of that truth, preferably without pressing the nuclear button.